If you're claiming that these idols are so empowered by a company-driven concept, therefore Playboy did wonders for feminism. Hey beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sociology, aka May, and on this channel we like to explore the politics and psychology of K-pop. So if you like video essays or social commentary videos, please subscribe. Now this script was stuck in the drafts for almost a year, but I decided to post it for today in honor of Sister 19's long-awaited comeback. As we know, Sistar was one of the biggest pillars of the sexy concept. For the past 1 to 2 years, K-pop fans have been begging for it to come back. You often see fans retweeting clips of AOA's miniskirt yearning for the glory days of K-pop to return. Or it's a tweet of Kiss of Life Julie twerking with the caption, "This is why minors shouldn't debut. We want to see adult women serving all the time." The sexy concept gained popularity because A, it serves nice consensual R&B music, B, we find it empowering seeing someone own their sexuality, and C, who doesn't want to see hot men and women? I mean, have you seen Jungkook's abs? Although I understand fans' desire for this concept to come back, I often caution against it. There's this illusion among the K-pop community that this concept is extremely empowering, and as long as idols are adults, it's acceptable for them to do it. Unfortunately, this is far from the truth. I dislike the current discourse surrounding the sexy concept for 4 reasons. Number 1, people associate the sexy concept with empowerment because we get to see grown men and women act so mature. People wanting it to come back despite its questionable circumstances. People acting like it's fine for groups to do the sexy concept as long as they're adults. And finally, is it really empowering or self-exploitation if it's done for attention? Now, I make it clear, I'm not against the sexy concept because I hold like conservative views on how someone should express himself. I'm the opposite. I enjoy dressing sexy, but I feel like there is a lot of issues surrounding the sexy concept, so I really want to unpack it with today's video. So without further ado, let's begin. Okay, definition time. The sexy concept is when a K-pop song is done in a sensual and provocative manner. For a song to be classified as a sexy concept, 2 of the following 3 elements must be present. Dance, especially the killing part, so that's doing hip thrusts, crotch grabs, booty shaking. The concepts such as a constant pictures, music video, styling, wardrobe, and the song's theme. So look at the lyrics. So Sistar is the textbook example of the sexy concept. You can tell by the title of their song, "Touch My Body," why it's considered a sexy theme. Even the constant pictures are quite provocative as the members are licking whipped cream, a clear innuendo. The choreo's killing part is them like twerking? Well, it's showing off their butt. And their main vocalist Holwyn utilized the sexy concept for her solo work. Take Dali for instance. Although the song is about breakup, the styling and choreo embody this concept given the twerking and revealing clothing. The girl group Stellar was very popular with the sexy concept, as you can see with the choreography and costumes of Marionette. Then there's Girls' Day, which debuted with a cute concept and then switched to sexy. For instance, in their song Female President, the beginning of the music video is them undressing. The choreography focuses on their butt and the clothing is pretty short. Even in their other song, Something, they wore skirts with very high slits and crop tops, and the choreography is pretty sensual. The sexy concept isn't exclusive to women. Boy group BTS dabbled into it with their song Blood, Sweat, and Tears. One of their members, Jimin, described the song as undeniable seduction, and the choreo included them hip thrusting and grinding on the floor. In the music video, there are some provocative shots such as Jungkook sucking on his finger. Then there's Wonho, the former member of Monsta X. Monsta X is a very interesting case because none of their songs really hit the sexy concept, even though they developed a reputation for being a very sexy and manly group, such as Wonho and Shanu ripping their shirts off in a lot of their award show performances, and you see 17 in the background be like, "Yes! Sexy man time! Woo! Look at those shoulders, look at those arms, yay!" Sorry, I'm getting distracted. But Wonho's solo work embodied the sexy concept. For example, in his debut song Open Mind, it was about a one-night stand. Most of the stage and music video outfits revealed his abs. Now, here's a huge reminder. 2 of these elements must be present. This is why 17's Very Nice wouldn't be classified as a sexy concept, even though the killing move was them grabbing their crotches, since the overall styling is very cute and bright, and the song's more of a happy-go-lucky love song. In addition, when we talk about being sexy, there's 2 terms that come come up. Sexual objectification versus sexual empowerment. So what's the difference? Generally, objectification refers to when you treat someone as an object rather than a human being. It's problematic because it's dehumanizing. You aren't treating them with respect or dignity, and you're not valuing them for their more human traits such as personality or skills. In essence, sexual objectification is reducing someone's worth to their physical appearance or sexual attractiveness, particularly their body parts. For example, a lot of car ads with feature scantily clad women, they literally have no relationship to the object being sold. Their whole purpose is to look hot. Do you even notice how in these ads you don't even see the woman's face? That is the epitome of objectification. Their worth is reduced to their body parts. Likewise, in male rappers and music videos, women are used as props to draw viewers in, such as dressing or dancing provocatively. Now, let's define what it means to be empowered. It's to make someone stronger and more confident, especially in controlling their life and claiming their right. So sexual empowerment would be when someone has autonomy over their sexual choices and expression. So you choose to dress provocatively because it makes you feel confident about yourself, or you choose to dress or act modestly because you prefer that type of presentation. In essence, it's having agency over your body. So for example, Beyonce was known for sexual empowerment since she's in charge of her songwriting and styling. Now, people often confuse these certain stuff. I've seen people discussing where Playboy was empowering towards women. The biggest question you should ask yourself is, who is the director of the sexual expression? As in, who's controlling the magazine shots, the music videos, or clothing? If you are making someone to do something sexy, then it's objectification. But if someone's choosing to be sexy, then it's empowerment. You could argue that Playboy models are empowered because they chose to be in the shots, but then again, who was the director of the sexual expression? Who was the one who set all this magazine shot up together? It's not the models, but the founder of Playboy, Hugh Hefner. Now let's address my first point. I hate how people associate the sexy concept with empowerment because we guys see men and women act so grown and mature. Now, where did I get this feeling from? Because I used to be pro-sexy concept. Basically, 2.5 years ago, I did a video on how K-pop fans misuse the term sexualization, which is making something that isn't inherently sexual into sexual. I discussed whether calling an idol hot is inappropriate, and how do you know if a company is sexualizing an idol. By the way, one of my best videos ever, so please give it a watch. The link is in the description. In essence, I say that as long as an idol is an adult and they consent to the concept, then it isn't sexualization. During my research process, I came across this video of BTS discussing their debut and how initially for the choreography for No More Dreams, they all had to show off their abs, but later on it was changed to Jimin. But overall, BTS say that they were really uncomfortable with showing off their body. And that really blew my mind. Maybe I was being naive, but it didn't occur to me that some companies force their idols into concepts against their will. And unfortunately, this does happen. So for example, Gongyoung and Stellar revealed that their company used their contract against them to force them to wear and perform provocative outfits and concepts. Moreover, one time the company asked if they could take a photo of the girls for like a test shoot, and the girls said yes, but then they posted the photo of them online without their knowledge or consent. Even with Girls Day, in the female president music video, one of the members, Yura, wore a dress so short it barely covered her butt. When it was released, she became one of the top search idols. Many felt that her outfit was so racy, and the agency had to confirm that she wore tights, although some don't really believe in this explanation. However, Yura revealed that she was informed that only her upper body would be shown in the video and felt so embarrassed with the final look. Therefore, how can you say that the sexy concept is so empowering if the idols don't have any power or control over their styling, music, or performances? It's not empowering, it's objectifying. However, if the idol personally wanted to do the concept, then it's empowering. For example, I know with Jungkook, since 2019, he said that he wants a more mature look, and when his very, very provocative My Time performance was released, it was actually revealed that Jungkook took a hand in the choreography and he wanted to do a styling in a particular way. So therefore, you can say that he was being empowered by this concept. I would say the same thing for G-Idol, since they are a self-producing group, as in that they have a huge control over the songwriting, styling, and concept musical direction of their career. However, sometimes a lot of idols aren't brave enough to speak out in case they risk of losing their careers or they get blackballed. I also want to point out groups who popularize the sexy concepts such as Sistar, AOA, and Girls Day are from small companies. They're also known as the biggest girl groups from non-big three companies. When you're in an oversaturated market like K-pop, you have to find some sort of way to stand out, and I theorize that these companies push the sexy concept for the groups to gain public recognition. I mean, why else did Girls Day switch from the cute to sexy concept? Now with my second point, this is why I don't want the sexy concept to come back because it can result in exploitation, which can gravely impact an idol's mental health. For example, Gangnam revealed in a TV show that the public would constantly harass Stellar since they wore racy clothes for performances. People would try to take risque and malicious photos of them. To this day, Gangnam still receives new photos and suggestive offers. As a result, she wears long sleeve clothes even if it's hot outside. This clearly shows how traumatized Gangnam is from being objectified. She's scared of someone sexualizing her even if she shows the slightest amount of skin. Now, I want to be clear, I'm not saying every idol is forced into the concept because I'm stripping away their autonomy and I don't want to create some sort of moral panic. Some idols love acting and dressing sexy, but I just worry that if we continue to vocalize and demand that this concept comes back, it could lead to more harm than good. Now, with point 3, I dislike this whole idea of it's fine for groups to do the sexy concept as long as they're not underage, or we need more grown K-pop idols so we can have the sexy concept back. Because a lot of y'all forget a key word here. Consent. Even if an idol is an adult, if they are uncomfortable with doing the sexy concept, then it's objectification. It's not empowering because they're doing something against their will. Now with the last topic, is it empowerment or self-exploitation if it's done for attention? Here's the thing, I love being sexy. I feel so confident and feminine in my appearance, and I love boobs. However, I don't feel sexy all the time. Some days I just want to dress like a 1950s housewife. Plus, working out all the time to maintain a hot body is exhausting. Like the other day, I was doing a hip thrust and I think I did like 120 pounds and it was so brutal. I felt like I was crawling afterwards. So I always ponder, do idols who are known for the sexy concept like Holoin and Wonho do it because it makes them feel happy and confident? Or they feel pressure to have this image to stay relevant? Because think about it, they debut with that concept, so that's what the public knows them for. Plus, it would be hard to switch concept. And I was kind of right, because when Eric Nam interviewed Wonho, he was so shocked when Wonho said that he works out twice a day. Wonho even revealed to Men's Health that he works out 6 times a week. That's quite excessive since the standard workout is once a day for 3 to 5 times a week. When Eric pressed why, Wonho replied with, "You could say, I think it's because I value time and it's also about my public image. I wouldn't work out if I could be sexy without working out just like you." What's interesting is that Wonho could respond with, "Oh, I do it to keep healthy, I like being jacked, I feel super manly," stuff like that. But what he emphasized the most was my public image. He's aware he's known for his physique, which is why he works out excessively to maintain this persona. I remember I saw this post on Tumblr. Now, you can take what I say with a grain of salt since I cannot find this source, but I did see that the Monsta X member stated that Wonho's sexy image wasn't really his idea, but it was something that his company asked him to do. Sure, Wonho said yes, but it's possible he said anything to debut. Plus, as someone who just recently turned 24, I will tell you, you don't make the best decision when you're like 18, 19, early 20s, so possible Wonho did not think things through. Overall, I think idols who debut with a sexy image feel pressured to continue it in the future as they fear losing public recognition. Now, to answer my question, I don't think it's empowerment, because being empowered is to feel confident, fulfilled, and happier about yourself. So to serve internal validation. But if you're being sexy to gain attention, that would be the opposite. So external validation. To be honest with you, if I was a Nugu idol, I would so do the sexy concept just to stand out. Just for you guys to tweet about me twerking and be like, yes, grown woman, shake it. That's why I feel really guilty to support the sexy concept, because I want idols to feel like they need to be sexy to succeed. Their talent should speak for themselves. Like for Wonho, he's such a talented singer, songwriter, and producer, but it's such a shame that he's known for his body than his music. I also want to end this by saying that, well, being empowered means having an agency over your creative expression. So if a group feels fulfilled with doing a cutesy concept, then it's empowering, and more so than a group that's forced to do a provocative and grown image. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please comment down your thoughts below. Even if you disagree with me, that's okay. This channel is all about having the tough conversation. Love you all. Bye.